Hello, everybody. Welcome to Affordable Infill Housing. My name is Barb Dunn, and this is Judith Rosenberg, my partner. We wanted to talk to you today about exactly what is affordable infill housing. And this podcast is here for us all to learn. We're still learning, and hopefully we could pass along what we learned to you so you could jump into this real estate arena with us. So, Judith, do you want to explain what affordable infill housing is? Judith has a lot more experience than I have. I'm new to this game. I've been in real estate, but I'll let her explain.
Sure, I'd be glad to explain. So affordable infill housing, first of all, what is infill? So infill is just like it sounds, a space between two existing buildings, and there's nothing there, or there may be something there that is not an adequate use of the space. In other words, like a really small or rundown piece of real estate on a larger lot. But the infill is just space that you fill with something that's going to make value for your community, for yourself, and to contribute to the neighborhood that the infill property is in. So, for example, if you had a suburban area and there's just a vacant lot between houses, or it might be that your house is sitting in the front of a large lot and there's a lot of land behind it. That would be a typical infill lot in a suburban space. In an urban space, often the infill is created by a tear down or a fire or something happens. There was a building there. You still have all the utilities and everything to the site, but it's an eyesore to the whole community. So we're accomplishing two things. We're creating housing, and we're creating it in a way that it is affordable because we use a model where the properties are manufactured and brought to site and assembled like most modern development, actually. And that reduces the cost so we can make it affordable for people to live in.
Yeah, that's great. And, that's how we got into this. We met at a conference and our Everests or our goals align with affordable housing. I got into it because a lot of my friends here, I lived in Sun Valley, Idaho, and a lot of my friends are moving away. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm just getting to know you. Where the heck are you going? Like, well, we can't afford to live here. We have to go. I'm like, well, where are you going to go? 30 years here. And I'm tired of hearing everybody complain. No one's doing anything about it. So trying to do something about it. Let's fix this. I've been in real estate for quite some time. I have rental properties in Burlington, Vermont, and Fort Collins, Colorado, and here in Idaho. So,
and my story has a similarity to that about the lack of affordability for sure. So I live in Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, which is notorious for having ridiculous real estate prices. And the story here is more that all of our kids and their generation can't afford to stay here and they're moving away. And the community in general, the whole Bay Area, is becoming less and less diverse. And mostly they say that middle income at this point is over $100,000 a year for a family. That's considered the bottom line, being able to live here. So this is ridiculous. So Barb and I are in agreement about that. My intro to real estate was mostly in terms of fix and flips, but long-term fix and flips through helping people rent to own. So that was a different approach to affordability. People who could not qualify for a loan, but we could help them. We worked with them to get their credit up, to save the money over the time that they were in the rental part of the rent to own. And but we couldn't do that in the Bay Area. It was too expensive. We were doing that mostly in Tucson, Arizona, and a couple of other places around the country. So I had the same commitment to affordability that Barb did. We just started talking, and but we could do this together.
Yeah. Well, our mission actually is to create 200 units in all 50 states in the next 4 years, which is I say it and I get a little elevated. It's a big chunk, but that's where all of you come in watching this. We need to JV with you and we need to work with you. And there's a lot of great people all over the nation that feel the need to help with affordable housing as well. So we'd love to work with everyone and make this thing happen.
Right.
It can happen.
The other part I didn't mention about my background is I have a business with my husband and a friend who's a contractor, building ADUs, granny flats basically in people's backyards around California, and the legislation here is very supportive of that. But increasingly, that's true all around the country. So the easiest way to do affordable infill housing is building ADUs, where that's helps everybody. It helps the prospective homeowner. It helps realtors expand who they can serve, and it helps investors because it's a relatively inexpensive way of adding value to a property.
Yes.
And within what Barb and I are doing, we're expanding that so that it's not only one single ADU in the backyard of one home, but you can take multi-unit properties and build multiple ADUs, and that is more efficient. So we're looking at doing that as well.
Yeah, and tapping into Judith's connection with the modular home company, that reduces the price for the resale value of these tremendously and brings it back down to reasonable.
Right.
That's what makes this work. So we're excited to get going on it.
One of the things that's exciting to us about doing this is that it isn't hard to start, because especially when you're buying a property that is larger than a single lot, often what we do is we partner with the owner of the property. Like going back to what I was saying about multifamily, we find people who are experienced investors who can see the value of adding additional units to their property. We partner with them in an LLC, and then the value of the existing property is the down payment and the loan that you get to do the construction. And that makes it possible to get into projects that may be larger than what you may have already handled very easily.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. Where are we going from here? We mentioned a time frame of 4 years. And let's get started. I think we have a good business plan. We're working hard on it. We have a great team behind us. And why wouldn't you want to work with us? We're a lot of fun. Okay, well, we're going to have guests on here, people that are experts in this field, and you're just going to learn a lot. We have, all the contracts. We have everything available. We both have written books on this particular topic. Those are available for free on our websites. If you go to our websites, we have intake forms that you can fill out to work with us and learn more about us. And all the information is there. The best way to get a hold of me is through my Instagram, which is on the screen here. It's Barb Dunn, or my email address is info@bdopportunities.com. And Judith, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Well, first, I encourage you to look at the website that we have for our ADU business, which is backyardresidence.com. That has my contact information in there as well. But the best way to reach me is by text. So my phone number is 510-393-9277. And I respond to that promptly.
Yeah. And on the intake forms, that if you want to JV with us, we'll get back to you within 24 hours with an answer and a response, and we'll go forward from there. So bye for now, and can't wait to show you all what the lineup will be for our guests coming soon.
We look forward to talking to you and hopefully meeting you in person.
Yeah. Bye.